Hello again. Alright, we're trying this one more time. Talking about day 8, which was, you've automatically been transported to the Kanto region on this day. Talk about what city or town you lived in Kanto and what are some of the first things you do in the Kanto region. I'd like to live in Celadon City. I feel like there's a lot to do there. There's a lot to explore, like the department store and the bike routes there, which is cool. Plus, it's not too far. I don't think it would be from Mahogany, which is where the Pokemon Safari is, or the Safari Zone. If I'm wrong, tell me. And also, I'd love to visit like Saffron for a day, but I'd love to just explore from Celadon and just check out the different shops and boutiques and stuff. I'm that kind of person, and just get a feel for the area. I don't know, Celadon's always fascinated me. It's one of my favorite towns to go to. So that's, yeah. February 9th. What is one new Pokemon type you'd like to see in the future? Describe a Fakemon of that type you'd also create for the future and include in the world of Pokemon. I like the 18 types we have. 18 sounds like a good number to me. I already fed her. Yep, that's my dog. That's my dad talking to my dog. My dog is a big, constantly hungry monster. Let's see. Fakemon. I can't really think of any new types that I'd want. I like the 18 that we have. But if I could create a Fakemon in general, I think it would be a fox-based type that's got some, like, fairy type something. I don't know. Well, but yeah, I can't really think of any other types that I'd want. I think we're good. February 10th. What is your first ever starter Pokemon? Why did you choose that one? Do you still have them? Which region do you think has the best starter Pokemon, or what was your overall favorite starter? First starter was Bulbasaur. I saw Bulbasaur and I knew it was a little green plant thing. It was cute and it was adorable on the anime, so I had to pick it. I had to pick Bulbasaur. I had to be true to my roots. Yeah. Yeah, Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur was my first. Why did I choose? No, I just said why I chose Bulbasaur, because it's the best, clearly. And I only found out later in life that it was kind of like the easy mode starter, but back then it just made sense to me, and I didn't think it was an easy mode type of thing, but it had advantage over 2 of the types that we came up against, and then resisted the 3rd type that we were up against. So that was a really cool design choice that they made there. I don't know where I don't still have that starter because unfortunately something happened in my blue version game where even if I saved the game it would start over from the beginning, so that Bulbasaur is gone. That, and I've never really invested the time in carrying over Pokemon from one generation to the next. It's just not something I ever really did. I feel bad, but I don't get nostalgic to the Pokemon so much as to bring them over, because that tends to be a lot of work. And I'm lazy and don't always have the money to get everything needed for that to happen. The best starter Pokemon in a region? Whoa. I feel like a good answer would be I like the Hoenn starters a lot, because even though firefighting starters ended up being really overused, I have to say that Torchic becoming Combuskin, becoming Blaziken was really cool. I really enjoyed that. That was neat. So that was a lot of fun. I liked Trico and Mudkip too. Those were always cool. I like the Sinnoh starters. I thought those were really cool. Piplup was my first starter in Pearl, but when I got Platinum, I chose Turtwig instead, and I love them both. And I think Infernape's really cool, just in general, but I love the Sun Wukong imagery there. And I love the Kalos starters because of that whole mage, rogue, fighter trio that they did, which was, I think, really clever and really neat. There's a glare on my glasses, whatever. But yeah, I think overall favorite starter would have to be Fennekin, because I don't know if you can tell, but kind of obsessed with foxes. I kind of like them a lot. They're kind of my favorite animal. And I have a few, I have a few Pokemon there too that are also Fennekins, if you can see them, but I will do a video. I will do a specific video for my merch showing all that off, because that is a day. Let's see. But yes, overall favorite starter is probably Fennekin or Bulbasaur, just because Bulbasaur is best. February 11th, Boost Your Ego at Pokemon Trainer Day. Take this day to name and maybe post pics of all the shiny Pokemon you've ever caught. Talk about the most difficult shiny you've had trouble finding. What's Pokemon first raised to level 100? How many you've raised to 100? What's the closest you've come to completing your Pokedex? I am a bad Pokemon trainer. I am really bad. I've caught 2 shinies in my life. I caught, and I'm not counting the given shiny that you could catch in silver and gold. I played gold and heart gold. That one I don't think counts, because you didn't actually have to hunt for that one. I did catch it in both versions and in crystal, but I don't think it counts as a shiny, like actual hunting. For shiny Pokemon that I've actually managed to catch, one was a shiny Barbaracle I caught in the Friend Safari in X and Y, and the other was in Omega Ruby. I went fishing for a while, and I had a Lileep in the front of my team, so that way I'd always catch something, and I ended up catching a proper shiny Gyarados, which I then gave to my sister. I've never raised any Pokemon to level 100. I can't keep my interest in it for that long. My eyes looks bigger than the other. But no, I don't, I never did that. I'm really bad. Completing my Pokedex, never done that either. I just never had enough people around me to help me do that. But I think my X and Y Pokedex was the closest I ever came to finishing. I had a Game Shark for Pearl and Platinum, so that helped me complete the Pokedex there, but I don't count that because that was a cheat. I've never actually done it, like, officially, like, caught or traded or evolved all the Pokemon. I've come pretty close in X and Y, but I've never actually done it. February 12th, your saddest Pokemon moment and memory. Did it make you cry? It could be something that happened in real life, something with the game's anime and storyline. Saddest moment. I think my saddest moment was when I went back to play Blue version and it wouldn't save anymore and all my progress was just gone. That was really sad to me because that was where it started. That's where I'd start out. That was my first time playing, and I had a Venusaur there, and I had a bunch of Pokemon that I'd worked really hard to catch, and they were just gone, like, forever. And that was hard. That was really hard for me. I had spent, like, days hunting a Chansey, and I had finally caught one, and I didn't have it anymore, and that was really heartbreaking for me. But I think a lot of the saddest moments in Pokemon for me came from playing through Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, especially Explorers of Time, which I played through the whole way. Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon if you haven't. It is so good. It is just ridiculously good. There are lots of emotional moments in Mystery Dungeon that really touched me and made me sad and happy and angry. Dusk Noir. Spoilers, but yeah. But, I think that's it for this one, and I'll work on the next one next.